Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you everyone. And today we're going to talk about our second week. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone. And today we're going to learn about creating simple designs in Photoshop using shapes, lines, and color palettes. So let's start by setting up your canvas. So I assume you have opened your Photoshop application already, and here as we learned in the previous lessons, you have to open file, click on file, new, to create new canvas, then set your canvas size to your preferred size. For me, I'm using in pixels 1920 oops 1920 by 1080 pixels. And for example, for this tutorial, I'd name it Simple Design Principles. Then also you can select the background if it's color white or transparent. So I choose white for this time being. So for you to create shapes, we have here in the toolbar or toolbox the shape menu or shape tool. Shape tool. Okay. And it is this one. So as we learned in the previous lessons, if you left click on it, you're just selecting the tool, and if you right click on it, additional options will come out. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 choices. So we have rectangle, rounded, rectangle tool, ellipse tool, polygon tool, and line tool, or custom shapes. This time around, I'm choosing the rectangle tool for our example. To create a shape, you left click and drag it to your preferred looks. So as I drag the shape, it changes its size and length. And then if you want to adjust the shape's color, you'll have to navigate through the options bar, which is on the color palette. You click on it and you start selecting a color that you prefer. For now, I'll try red. Now, there is an option in Photoshop that you can add a stroke, an inner stroke or an outer stroke to every element. And for this shape, now if I want to add a stroke now, I'll just go to layer. Oh, I forgot to select. Make sure you've selected the correct layer, then layer, layer style, and then blending options. Now you can add a stroke, which is located at the bottom. As you can see, we've set a 3 pixels outside stroke, which is color black. So let's try to adjust that one. Press on OK. try the other designs, other shapes, which is a rounded rectangle. And right now it's still black. Or if you want to change the default color, just click on the tool, okay, or the shape, and set background color. And for example, I'd like it to be color green, and click and drag again, and it's now color green. So you can change the blending options by selecting it, layer style, and blending options. Or there's another way: click on the layer, right click, then blending options. Here there are other options such as drop shadows, inner shadow, and such, but for now let's just play with the strokes. And let's try the polygon. Okay, then let's try the line tool. Now for the line tool, for example, before we move to the line tool, if you want to make the shape even in both height and length, you have to press on shift before clicking and dragging. So as you can see, as I drag along, the shape is still equal, in both height and width. Same true with the rounded rectangle. See, ganun din sa polygon. Delete everything, you can select multiple layers just by clicking Control and clicking on the layers individually, or just press on shift and then press on the last layer, then delete, and everything will be deleted. Now let's move on to the line tool. So you can access the line tool under the shape tools, so click on it, then I'd like to select the color as black, and as you can see, the line is 12 pixels right now. Okay, so as I set the width to lower values, like for example 3 pixels, and as I click and drag, the line became thinner. So let's try another size, like for example 1 pixel, and it's still the same. You know why it's still the same? Because we applied stroke earlier. So let's try to delete that and add new layer. As you draw 1 pixel, see, and then let's try 5 pixels. So I'll create new layer, then shift and drag, and you can see the difference. So the technique in making straight lines is by holding shift key before dragging. So I'll create new layer and click on shift, press on shift and then click and drag. What if I do not press on the shift key? So I can draw lines freely, without being without making them parallel or straight, like it used to when we press on shift. Yeah. Anyway, if you do not select new layer, if you do not create new layer the bottom of the layers pane, and if you try to draw a new shape, the shapes will stack up with each other. So currently, if I click on the move tool and I'm currently selecting layer 7, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4 lines drawn in the same shape. To do to avoid that, to separate them by layer, first you have to click here, create new layer, or layer, new layer, anything that fits you, trip nyo. Pero sa akin, mas mabilis pag dito na sa whatever you like. But for me, it's easier if you click here, the layers pane, and then click on the shape tool and then draw, as you can see. And then let's try to draw another one and stack it over the first layer that we made, and try to see if we can move them separately. So this vertical line is shape 8, and then if I select on shape 7, this is the horizontal that we made earlier. Moving on, we can also change the color like the shapes. So if you click here, if you double click here on this little tiny box beside the layer, you can set the colors individually. So that's why I taught you how to create new layer before drawing, so that you can change these properties or options anytime that you want, or by demand. Yeah. So for example, I'm going to create a text, and I want to implement the lines principle. So I just selected the text tool and click on the canvas and start typing. And then I'd like to add a shape under it, which is rectangle. And I would like the background color to be sky blue. Then create new layer and click shift or not, then release. So you can see this layer, if the layer is at the bottom of the text layer, which is Jerome, and if I try to drag that in the layer pane above the Jerome layer, the shape will cover the letter J. So basically that's how layers work. So whatever is on top, whatever layer is on top will be shown first. Next one, what if we want to implement the line tool in this design, for example, and I'd like to put I use the color black and put 12 pixels maybe, and then click and then press on shift. Okay, click and press on shift. click and then press on shift. While pressing shift, I mean. Now I got myself a simple logo. Now if I'd like to implement the stroke on this shape, like we did earlier, right click, blending options, and then click on stroke, and then now this time I'm going to set the position inside. So you can see the stroke position is changed inside the shape, and then you can adjust the stroke size, so I'll keep it to 3 pixels or 4 pixels. Yeah, then press on OK. Yeah, so with that, with just shapes, the text tool and line tool, we were able to create a simple design or a simple logo. And as for adjustments, like for example, I'd like to move the shape a little bit to the right. Click on the shape, click on the move tool, then you can drag it while pressing shift, or just by selecting the layer, selecting move tool, and then use the arrow keys on your keyboard. So I'm pressing right arrow key, then I'm pressing left arrow key to move to the left. Another one, what if I'd like to undo the things that I've done? Just press on, instead of Control Z as we do in Word, Microsoft Word, and other word processing softwares. Here in Photoshop, we will use Control Alt Z. See, to undo multiple times. While Control Z works, it only works one undo, for one action. For example, I press on Control Z, okay, and then press on Control Z again. So it's just the previous move that you did in the history and won't affect the other actions that you made earlier. Now let's try to save this project by pressing on Alt F or File, clicking on File menu, then Save As. And if I'd like to save it as a Photoshop file so I can edit it in the future, the format should be photoshop.psd.pdd. Okay, so I'm going to save it on the desktop and keep the name as Simple Design Principles, and click on Save. Now let's try to open that. Close this and try to open that again. File, Open, Desktop, and Simple Design Principles. As you can see, I still have the layers attached to it. And then let's try to save it as a JPEG or a flat image. Save as JPEG. Okay, so let's try to open the JPEG file that we just saved. Open, Desktop, then Simple Design Principles. As you can see, if we already exported it as JPEG, PNG, or GIF, the layers will not be there. So there's an importance to save your project as PSD so that you can edit for further reference. Now for the choosing and applying color palettes, let's try to do that in a separate video. Thank you for watching. I hope you are watching along, and so that hindi kayo mapag-iwanan. Ano? Salamat!